Good morning, dear students of class 12. Welcome to the English online learning class. Today we are going to take up our revision further. Now you can see here two pictures. Both the pictures are of school. If you see one picture, you will see the happy faces of children, smiling, healthy, and they are enjoying. They are learning. But if you see the second picture, which is quite a contrast, just see the classroom, the children. They don't look happy and they are not even healthy. They do not look like normal children. So well, now it is clear to you that we are going to take up revision of the poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum by Stephen Spender. A brief background about the poet. Sir Stephen Harold Spender, an English poet, novelist, and essayist who concentrated on themes of social injustice and class struggle in his work. He was appointed Poet Laureate Consultant in Poetry to the United States Library of Congress in 1965. Let us work on this poem. The first line, far, far from gusty waves, these children faces like rootless weeds, their hair torn round their paler. Portrayal of slum children in an elementary school. They are far, far from the gusty waves. They are cut off from the energetic waves, lively waves, and how like unwanted weeds. And their upkeep is also not proper. The hair are uncombed and they are spread around on their faces. They are not in the mainstream of society. They are far, far from the energetic, lively children, and they are unwanted, like weeds that are plucked and thrown out. The tall girl with her weighed down head, the paper-seeming boy with rat's eyes, the stunted, unlucky here of twisted bones, reciting a father's gnarled disease, his lessons from his desk. Now the poet goes further and starts describing the children in the classroom, the joyless, pale children. There's a tall girl with her weighed down head. Her head is too large for her body and it is always looking down. Probably the girl is suffering from not only some physical problem but lot of tensions, and her head is always weighed down because of problems. Then there is a boy who is as thin as paper, malnourished. His eyes are like rat's eyes, always searching for something, probably searching for food. And even the tall girl who's very thin with a weighed down head looks very pale, suffering from malnutrition. There is another child, the stunted, unlucky here of twisted bones. We inherit riches from our parents, but this child is unfortunate. He has inherited the genetic disorder of his father of twisted bones, and he is reciting his lessons from his desk. He's confined to his desk. There is a spark of hope. The poet goes on to describe at the back of the dim class, there is one child who is unnoted, not noticed, sweet and young. His eyes are living in a dream. He's not inside the class. Physically, he is present, but mentally, he is outside. He is enjoying the squirrel's game in a tree room. Other than this, probably this child has dreamed of breaking the barriers and coming out from the slum surroundings. Now, the poet moves on to the next stanza, the depressing classrooms. On sour cream walls, donation, Shakespeare's head, cloudless at dawn, civilized dome, riding all cities, bell-flowery trolleys valley, open-handed map awarding the world its world. These donations are decorating the classrooms. Probably they are of no use, and that is why they have been given in the classroom. In the elementary school classroom, there is Shakespeare's head, symbolic of art and literature, cloudless at dawn, civilized dome riding all cities, picture of civilized dome, the bell trolleys valley, and there is also an open-handed map showing the world to the slum children. Now these are donations bestowed by the rich, and they are decorating the sour cream walls, depressing, cream colored, the whitewash is coming out. It's a very dark look, depressing look that is given to the class. Then the bell-flowery trolleys valley, another decoration, a donation. There is open-handed map showing the world to the slum children. Now, contracted view of their world. What is their real world? Children, these windows, not this map, their world. Window, from the window, what are they seeing? Their slum surroundings. This is their actual world. Where all their future is painted with a fog, a narrow street sealed in with a lead sky, far, far from river, capes, and stars of words. This is their real world. The magical beauty of the outside world is not meant for them. Their future is bleak and dark. What are they seeing from the window of their slum classroom? A narrow street where even the sky is lead colored. They are not able to see a blue sky. And it is far, far from rivers, capes, and the stars of words. The stars of words, the high-flown words which are in Shakespearean literature, and the rivers and capes there that are shown in the picture of the Trolleys Valley. Now surely Shakespeare's Wicked, the map, a bad example, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal. The poet is angry, and he calls Shakespeare's Wicked, and map is a bad example. Ships and sun and love tempting them to steal. They are showing them not their real world. They are showing them a world which they will never be able to achieve, and probably they would fall prey to wrong things. Life is a struggle for sustenance, for lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes. From fog to endless night, this is their real world. They are destined to live and to die from morning to end in these cramped holes, in this small, dirty surroundings. On their slag heap, these children wear skins peeped through by the bones and spectacles of steel. On these heaps of garbages, these children, they are terribly malnourished, and the bones can be seen peeping out from their skin. And spectacles of steel, they wear the broken, discarded spectacles. Whatever is available in the garbage, they pick and make use of it, with mended glass like bottle bits on stones. Now they are doomed to this pathetic existence. Now, the poet in the last stanza has an optimistic tone, gives a ray of hope. In the first three stanzas, he is full of pessimism. But in the last stanza, the poet is optimistic. He says, unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. He says he appeals to the governor, inspectors and visitors, influential people, people who can bring changes, to come forward so that the map which is in the classroom showing the world its world, it becomes their window, their outlet to come out and progress, and the window from where they see their slum surroundings, it shut upon their lives like catacombs, like mass burial tombs, exposing the slum children to the new world. Break, oh break, open till they break the town, and show the children to green fields and make their world. These children should be absorbed in the mainstream of society, and they should be shown the green fields or opportunities so that they can make their own world. Education and enlightenment would be a big step for a change. Run azure on gold sands and let their tongues run naked into books the white and green leaves open. Allow them the facility of education. Enlighten them with awareness so that they can satiate their hunger for learning. History is theirs whose language is the sun. Once you empower them, they will create their own history. They will not need support any longer. And history is evident of the fact that whose language is the sun means there is no stopping. Once you have this power of expression, education, you are empowered. You don't need support from others. So this is the type of assistance, help through education, awareness, enlightenment, empowerment. The poet appeals for the slum children. The main theme of this poem is to highlight the plight, the problems of the underprivileged children, who are the slum children, that are so-called beneficiaries of government-funded education. Real benefit should be given to them. The poem has a universal appeal. Although British, poet was a British, he is referring to the discontentment in United States, but it is not restricted to any country. With greater awareness will come greater actions to implement and change that will transform the lives of the downtrodden of our nation. We stop here, and if you have any problem, you can post it in your WhatsApp group. Study material is also posted in the GCR. Thank you.